Need your help identifying a hit-and-run driver who backed over an officer during a traffic stop in Woodbridge. This happened just yesterday. And joining me now with more details on this case, first on 7 News, is Chief Peter Newsham. Chief, I know you haven't spoken publicly about this just yet, but can you give us an update on the officer and what led to this incident?
Sure can, and thanks for having me on. Just yesterday around 3:30 in the afternoon, if you can imagine this, at the drive-through at our McDonald's in Woodbridge on Route 1, one of our officers is out there and they recognize a vehicle with a stolen tag on it. The officer is going to go out and approach the vehicle. The vehicle backs up, strikes an unintended person who was in the drive-through, strikes their car, then actually strikes the officer. The officer ends up on the vehicle. The vehicle takes off, and then our officer obviously rolls to the ground. Thankfully, the officer's going to be okay. A couple of bruises and scratches, but the officer's going to be fine. And what we're doing here is we got some images of this person that was involved, and so we're asking the community if they were in or around the McDonald's yesterday around 3:30 in the afternoon. If this person looks familiar, that vehicle looks familiar, please get us that information. We don't want this person to put anybody else in jeopardy.
Yeah, I mean, the outcome could have been a whole lot worse. The image of the individual is tough to make out their facial features, but you're right, the car looked like an Infinity to me. So hopefully anyone in the area who saw a vehicle fitting that description will give you guys a call and maybe fill in some of those details. Another investigation that we've been following very closely is that deadly shooting near a movie theater, also in Woodbridge. You've actually made some arrests in this case. What do we know about a potential motive for those suspects?
It looks like it was a targeted attack. From what we understand, the suspect in this case and the victim were known to each other, and were, for lack of a better word, we're not in the best of relationships. It looks like the shooter in this case targeted the victim. It was all of these homicides are horrible, but this was a particularly vicious case where the suspect stood over the victim and fired multiple rounds into him. And it was just outside of a movie theater, just around let-out time. So you can imagine how tough that was for the folks who were out there trying to enjoy a movie with their family or with their friends. So we are very pleased that we were able to make a number of arrests in this case. We obviously have the shooter, and we have a couple of folks that assisted the shooter in this case. So thankfully, I mean, really, really horrible set of circumstances, but we're very, very thankful and proud of our Criminal Investigations Division for getting to the bottom of it pretty quickly. And then we're hopeful that the criminal justice system will ensure that this person is held accountable.
And Chief, this time of the year, a lot of people are doing online shopping, and we know porch pirates also look at this as a really big opportunity for them to seize on the stuff that you've been waiting on to arrive on your doorstep. What do you want people to know about if they're sending packages to different homes or receiving a package at their home?
Yeah, I don't know about you, but this is really a great time of year. The holiday season. It's very exciting for everyone. Thanksgiving's right around the corner here, just next week. And so, this time of year, the folks that want to take advantage of others, what they'll do out and they'll go out there and they'll try and steal these packages off of your porch. And so we're just asking folks to be cognizant of that. There's some things you can do. Probably the best thing that you can do, have the packages delivered when somebody's home. If you're tracking your packages online and when they're arriving, the companies are doing a pretty good job now of giving you a pretty tight window of when this stuff is getting there to make sure somebody's home. And if someone's not going to be home, maybe have one of your neighbors keep a lookout for it. So it doesn't leave that package out on the porch for a prolonged period of time, so somebody can come up and take advantage of that. The other thing we recommend too is Ring cameras. But I always go back to, and I tell people this all the time, the safest communities that I have worked as a police officer in are the communities that look after each other. And so if you do have neighbors that are willing to help keep an eye on your property, keep an eye on your packages, you're probably going to be in the best situation to prevent these kind of things from happening.
Yeah, 100%. Good tips there. And finally, Click It or Ticket That campaign is kicking off in just a couple of days.
Yeah, out here in Prince William County, unfortunately, this year we've had more traffic fatalities than we've had last year, and so this click it or ticket, it's real. People are doing a much better job nowadays putting on their seatbelts than they were years ago, particularly like when I was growing up. But still, sometimes when you're in a rush or if things are going on, you forget to put your seatbelt on. And what we're trying to do with this campaign is really just to remind people of how important it is to have that seatbelt on. The chances of serious injury or death increase dramatically when you're not wearing a seatbelt and when your passengers are not wearing a seatbelt. So this is really about ensuring that people are safe while they're driving during the holiday season so everybody can not only enjoy their holidays but do it safely.
Very good information, Chief Newsham. Always great to have you. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and
Happy
your family.
Thanksgiving to you too.
Yep.
We'll be right back.